Kevin, a successful afternoon in Bedfordshire, a 3-2 win at Bedford Town. It's been one the lads have had to dig out a little bit. They came from behind twice there, and I know that being behind is the one aspect of the game that wouldn't please you, but I'm sure you're pleased with the character that they've shown to come through.
Yeah, I think that's the word to describe all his character. We've given ourselves a hill to climb, haven't we? We conceded the first goal like we had. There's not a lot in the first half. Two sides going at it and kind of feeling one another out. But I thought the way that we came out in the second period with a lot more purpose and moved the ball a lot quicker and got in some really good moments. Delighted, Ricardo's moment and goal just to bring us back into it. Then to be rocked back again, I would feel it's a soft goal. And to still get ourselves over the line from that point, credit to the lads. I said at half time, we need to move the ball quicker, we need to be sharper, need to win those individual battles and just be more physical about ourselves. And lads kept pushing and driving and doing the right things, and we had numerous moments in that second period and always, I think, looked the more likely side to win it. But I'm really pleased for everybody in the group and the changing room, and it sets us up for a massive game on Tuesday.
Yeah, the first half, I've just said to you before we switched the camera on, didn't feel there was an awful lot in the first half other than ultimately it was an error by Jordan Pickett that led to the goal. But again, on an individual basis, you're pleased with the character he's shown?
Massively. I think, we're not in a... Strange that you say it. We're not in exactly the place we want to find ourselves at the moment. We're in a little bit of a difficult place. Every time we seem to make a mistake, we end up getting punished, and that's not just down to one player. I thought, as you say, Jordan will expect to clear the ball in that moment. They've still got a lot of work to do, but when he curls it in off the post, it's a difficult one to have to swallow, but you have to do that. And I just thought the way that he went about his work from there, he's athletic lad, and it's just his attitude and courage and the way that he showed a belief in himself was really, really pleasing to me. And we've got boys in the chamber. It's my job to make them believe and make them understand, and that's not always the easiest. They work hard for one another, and like I said, it's a really close and tight league this season. And we've had moments like this on numerous occasions where we've not kind of taken the opportunity. But as I say, it's a great credit to all those boys in there that they've kept digging and finding, and I think we moved the ball better. And like I say, I just felt we had a little bit more control of the game than what Bedford did. They're a good side and aren't getting beaten here very often. I saw them last week, and whilst it was they lost the game 5-1, I'm not sure it was a 5-1 game. They keep going and they've got good players. To come here and get this result after being out of action like we have and take everything in consideration, pleased for everybody, and it's nice to go home with a smile on our faces.
Sure. It's a run of 4 away games, isn't it? And a draw, a defeat, now a victory. You could really do with an additional victory at Royston on Tuesday to feel like you've come out of this little sequence with, I guess, something more that like what you would have hoped for.
Yeah, I think how the season's unfolded, and I'm always asked the question when the fixtures come out, what do you think to them? And well, okay, you play everybody twice. You never really know, but I think it's been particularly unkind to us this season and a bit of a challenge. Being out of action for as long as we have and losing the Biggleswade game, that would have come at a home game at that period would have been ideal for us. And to not have that and kind of, look to right the wrongs of the Stratford game is difficult. We played Villa and they were a good side, and we mixed it around and gave people minutes and what have you like. So we've had some action, but you want games to be on a consistent basis. I know lots of teams have lost games today, and we're lucky to have this game on. We're not quite where we need to be, but we keep showing heart and fight and desire, and I love it. Like I say, when our players do that and give us a chance and keep believing. We've been in some difficult moments, but that's maybe a little bit indicative of the the league and the closeness that there is from top to bottom.
Sure. Going into Tuesday, in terms of the clean bill of health for everybody, Byron Moore didn't take part today, and obviously Steph Jones is a slightly longer term absentee.
Yeah, that's something we haven't mentioned yet. It is the injuries that we've got to the group, and we're not so deep number wise, and players like Byron and Steno that we've had out of the group, Jakub that's come in and had a good effect and been really trustworthy with the ball and works really, really hard, covers good distances, and is a lad well and truly on an upward curve. We've missed them players, but I can't make excuses for that. I don't want to make excuses for it. There are reasons and factors that won't help our cause, and we've got through it a lot early part of the season when we didn't have big numbers and managed to keep ourselves in and around the mix. And yeah, look, that's where you find yourself. There's always areas you can go and improve, always areas I need to go and improve on, and hopefully we can keep ourselves in and around it and stay competitive. And like I say, if we show that sort of heart and character on Tuesday, we'll give ourselves a good chance.
Sure, and with there will be more home games towards the end of the season, but I guess the important thing was you can't count on those, can you? You need to come through this period with as much as you can get.
Very much so. You have to, if you're going to be, like I say, right at the sharp end of it, you've got to come away from home and consistently pick up points. And we can have and have had moments this season where we have been put to the sword, whether that's reflective of what happens in a game, maybe not, but the scoreline doesn't lie at the end of the day, and we have to take a medicine. We had a long look at it on Thursday night of where we've conceded some poor goals, and it's not one individual that's at fault for these moments and situations. We all have to take a collective responsibility for it, and like I say, it just encourages me that Pigo can stay on his game and keep focused and not let that get too far on top of him. And like I say, if we had outside of that, he's had a terrific game for us today and done really well. Good lads on the bench that have showed a great attitude when they're maybe not in the side. Alex Miles getting on there and still really positive around the group. And love it when you've got people like that with a good attitude. And I think we've got a good few of those in that changing room.
Sure. Looks like the people at Bedford would like us out, but we'll just wind up there. We definitely will wind up there now because we're in complete darkness. But Kevin, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Good face for radio.